Hey, what's up? Listen to that sesame crust. This is 100% semi-whole wheat spelt sourdough, packed with nutrients, nutty, and much gentler on your digestion. But the real challenge is to get an airy, beautiful open crumb like this out of 100% spelt sourdough. Let me show you how it's done. Alright, like any other sourdough recipe, you need an active starter. As I'm living in hot climate, I fed my starter the night before with 1:7:7 ratio. It means 5 gram of starter to 35 gram flour and 35 gram water. I have lots of starter videos on my channel. Go and check them out later. We have the starter. Let's make the dough. In a medium-sized bowl, add 7 gram salt, followed by 245 gram cold water. Again, I'm in hot climate. If you are in cooler climate, you can use room temperature water. 63 grams of starter, and this is my leftover, just enough to make another starter. If you don't want to bake any soon, you can store it in the fridge. And then I like to use a teaspoon of honey for both flavor and boost up the fermentation. Mixy, it's not gonna dissolve completely, don't worry about it. And last but not least, 350 grams spelt flour type 80. And for this recipe, if you want to get the same result, you need to use semi-whole wheat spelt flour. Stay tuned, cause I'm gonna make another video with whole wheat spelt flour soon. With your hand, go ahead and mix this bad boy. Mix this dough for 3 to 5 minutes or until there is no more dry spots. Once you add a shaggy dough like this, cover it up and let it rest for 30 minutes. 30 minutes later, let me show you the magic of time. The dough gains some beautiful strength. With your hand, go ahead, grab one side of the dough, lift it up, stretch a little bit, and fold it back to the center. And this is called stretch and fold. Once you finish folding all the sides to the center, flip the dough and round it up gently inside the bowl. I like to push the dough underneath while I'm rounding it and smooth it up. Voila, not sticky anymore. Cover it up and let it rest for another 30 minutes. People keep asking me why my dough is super sticky, it not comes together at all. And when I ask them what type of flour you're using, is completely different than what I use in that specific video. For example, when you watch me making a super elastic, easy to work white dough in some of my video, that's only because I use strong bread flour. So my point is, different type of flours make completely different doughs and different kind of crumbs. 30 minutes later, I noticed some beautiful bubbles forming on the dough. And that's the sign of fast fermentation. Because a spelt dough, my friend, ferment way faster than your normal sourdough. Simply because it's more nutritious. Again, fold all the side to the center, flip the dough and round it up one more time. By now, your dough should look like this. Super smooth and elastic. Gorgeous. Cover it up and let it sit for another 30 minutes. It's not like you should always trust a recipe and you need a specific timing and schedule, especially when it comes to sourdough. Listen to your dough. Your dough always tells you what he wants. 30 minutes later, wet your hand and perform a set of coil fold. Go under the dough, lift it up, and fold it on itself. As simple as this. You should get something like this. Then cover it up again and let it rest for 45 minutes this time. And the last set of coil fold. I'm going to transfer the dough into the smaller bowl to see how much it's going to rise. And I'm going to let this dough finish its ball fermentation for just 45 minutes. Also, my room temperature is around 27 degrees Celsius. So if you're in cooler climate, it's gonna take way longer than this. Don't worry, as always, there are some visual indicators. We have about 30 to 40% rise. You're gonna see lots of bubbles forming on the surface, and the dough feels super puffy and sticky. Also, the ideal temperature after bulk fermentation should be about 25 to 27. The whole fermentation time from start to finish takes about 3 hours only. Although it's well fermented, it's gonna be way stickier than my normal sourdough. That's why let me introduce you my top counter steel board. I bought this recently to deal with any kind of sticky and high hydration dough. This new toy, my friend, saved lots of energy and extra work to clean my wooden counter. Just need little spray of water, bring the sticky dough on the surface, and then round it up with the help of the surface. Of course, nothing wrong with wooden counter, but this is just another option, especially if you're running a micro bakery. I will put the link in the description, you can check it out later. Back to the dough, which I'm going to use sesame seeds for the crust. Since it's not a very firm dough like my normal sourdough, I'm going to use one of this loaf pan. And this is the size of my pan. After pre-shape, the dough rested on the counter uncovered for 15 minutes only. Now, shaping time. Dust up little semolina or rice flour and shape the dough according to your loaf pan. Don't think too much, it's not complicated. Just shape it like a petard and you should be fine. Alright, now to make it seeded crust, I have some black and white sesame seeds. You can roll the dough on a damp towel or spray little water on the surface. Then take the dough, roll on sesame seeds. Let's make it double crust, cause why not? Oil up the pan or use parchment paper if you like. Then very quick, transfer the dough same side down this time. Of course, if we wanted to use Banneton, we should put the dough upside down. You know, right? Look at this gorgeous dough. You can cold proof this overnight, but not more than 6 to 8 hours. Otherwise, you need to reduce the amount of starter. Instead of 18 to 20%, maybe 15%. Another thing you need to check is your fridge temperature. Should be around 3 to 4 degree, not more than that. I'm gonna bake it the same day. This is my oven adjustment. I'm using baking steel and again one of this steel board to cover my dough for the first 20 minutes. Like so, we trap lots of steam, the crust not dry out, not form so fast, and we get maximum oven spring. You can use one of this pan with baking stones to pour boiling water later and create even more steam. Also clean up my steel board like a piece of cake. Again, proofing time at 27 degrees Celsius, it's not gonna take more than 40 minutes. Poke the dough gently. If it bounces back slowly, it's ready to bake. The dough should feel super airy and light, and we have a little bit of rice here. And to get more oven spring, I like to score my dough. One shallow, confident, deep score. It's gonna be sticky, not easy to score. Don't worry about it, just trim the edges. Take your time, safety comes first. Promise me you're not gonna burn yourself. Transfer the dough, cover it up, bake for 20 minutes at 230 degrees Celsius. Then remove the remaining steam and cover. Reduce the temperature to 210 degrees Celsius and bake for another 28 minutes. I mean, just take a look at this gorgeous ear on this loaf. I'm so satisfied with the result. Let it sit for 3 to 5 minutes. Ah, I wish you could smell this loaf. And then take it out on a cooling rack. Let it cool down completely before you cut into it. Can I show off a bit? Alright, let's cut this bad boy and see what we got inside. Shall we? Mamma mia. And that's, in my opinion, called perfection. Do you think so? Crispy sesame seeds crust, light and airy crumb, smells like heaven. What can I say? Can't wait to try this. Not bad at all. The flavor combination is so unique, my friend. I mean, what do you need more? It's healthy but flavorful. Amazing. If you never tried the spelt sourdough, I better to not say anything. Go and make this bread. You will thank me later. Alright, I guess that was it. For those who requested, this is another ancient seed sourdough for you to try. If you want to see more bread recipes, you need to subscribe my channel. Like always, keep baking and take a good care of yourselves.